Hi guys, it's Maria from Sweden here, aka Colorful Planner, Mother of Three. I will get it right eventually. Today I would like to show you the pages that I have colored. I am a little bit too early. We have about, what do we have? Do we have 10 days or something? 9-10 days of May, but we are going away, so I thought that I was going to do this video so that it has been done, and then I will do another one showing you the last week of May, because I'm going to stay at our house down in Sweden, and in the south part of Sweden, and there I have other coloring books, and I'll do some coloring from them. That's the downside of having different houses, as I cannot bring all of the books back and forth. So some will be there, some will be here, and then when I speak about the ones where I am not, I will just be able to show you a picture of them. And I thought it was better to do a live completed color pages video now, and then I'll add for the other one. I have been quite busy coloring. I think I finished around, I will talk about the statistics in the end of May, but I finished actually 28 pages, where around 17 pages were upstarted, and no, sorry, yeah, I have finished 28 pages, and I have finished 13 whips. So it's been a good statistics. Started 17, some of them I finished. I finished 28 pages in total. I end this month as we speak with 3 whips, and I have finished 13 whips. I've done some body coloring, I'll show that in another video, and some challenges and prompts. And I bought new books. So more about that in another video. Okay, let's go and see what we have here. The first book is the Europa. And this time I did 1 page, and that is the Patisserie in Paris. Where are you? Let's see where you are. Here it is. This was a really cute and fun page where I decided that I wanted to use some very, beige pinkish colors. I took this color combination as help, and then I tried to be around this all the time. It was very fun. I used... what did I use? Let's find it. Patisserie. I used based with Artex, and then I went over to the Prismacolors, because my new Artex, they aren't as soft as the first one that I got. It will be interesting, because I'm going to try out the ones that I have in our summer house, because I have a 120 set there. I remember them as being more soft than this one. So I left them and I went with the Prismacolors instead. And then I have some Tombow Jewel pens, gel pens, and glitter pens. Yeah, so that was a fun page to do. Now I think I am finished with the Paris coloring for this period of time. I'll go for another city in Europe, or I should rather start the Africa book. I'm very interested in that, and I have actually also ordered, and I will get it maybe tomorrow, The Hidden Oceans by Rita Berman. So there are so many things to look forward to. I've been playing with some shading and some yellow light And yeah, I think it turned out right. I think it's a cute page. The challenge for me is to stay within a color combinations that I have, decided before. So sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. And when I don't, I go all over the place with the colors. And they turn out as I want them to, but sometimes I think that I really want to challenge myself. I usually put some orange glitter gel pens in the middle of the flower, and we can see them here shining. So yeah, so that was a fun page to do. Then we have, these come in the order as the pile is, not in the date order or anything. Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. I have finished one of the 2 pages because it's a large spread. And it's grandfather's study room, the library. And here is the finished version. A lot of fun, a lot of colors, where I have used Prismacolors, and let's see if did I write any other. Yeah, I've used Prismacolors. That's the main pencil, the main color. And I have also, I think I went for some. Yeah, the wall is, that was Museum Aquarelle, and I'm looking and see if I have any notes here, because this one is the one that I have been, going back and forth the whole time. Let's see here. Yeah, I remember that I have somewhere written about the colors, but it's a tradition. Let's say it's a traditional page where no surprisingly chosen colors. Yeah, Prismacolors and Museum Aquarelle in the base, and then I thought that the color would be a little bit more, or not the base, the wall, and then I wanted the color to be a little bit darker, so I went for some pencils. Yeah, I have been shading a lot, but as I'm looking now, I really think that, well, you could go even more, but the paper can't take it anymore. I've been playing around with some wood color combinations, trying to get the depth into the shelves and the color, the shadows around the books. I know that I thought about, am I gonna be a colorful bookshelf, or will I go for more like unicolor something? But yeah, I think I managed to get the colors to be within the range of orange, brown, and some accents to that. I'm especially happy with the maps, how they turned out. Yeah, so that's that one. And then the Rooms of Wonder. Well, there we have this one, and this one was something where I went with pan pastel, very light, and then I went on with some watercolor medium, and I had the shells, they were in the beginning kind of grayish, and it felt like they were lost in the wall, so I went for a brighter color. I closed my eyes and I just picked one, and it turned out to be this really intense blue color. And yeah, I like it. It was, but I did this one as the same time as at the library, so it was kind of like the same kind of theme, the same kind of pencils. I'm playing a little bit with the gel pens and the glaze, trying to find out how I'm gonna work with glass, doing some whitening here and so forth. So yeah, it's okay. It's not the best picture, but still it's okay. The Wild Winter, my favorite book. Here I have done the first page with alcohol markers and some gel pens. And then we have the elephant. And the elephant turned out really good, I think. I really was, I am on a learning journey, as you might know. So I find myself sometimes in a situation where, oh God, how did I get here? And this time it was the crystals and the gel pens. And now I have learned the hard way. And yes, of course, I did the fixation with a permanent fixative before too early. So I have been coloring over that, and that was quite hard for the hand. But what I learned is that, okay, now I got the workable fixative. That's good. And then the second thing is that I have learned that the gel pens are the things that can go at last, when you want to whiten out the black lines. But I think it turned out good, because here I've been going around with the gel pens, the small tiny ones, these ones, the Languo Fine. And after that I decided that I want to add colors, and then you don't have that much space. So yeah, but that's a learning. So that was the only one I did this month. Then we have the deep blue mythographic, and here it's actually a whip. Yesterday I premiered with my new watercolors. These are with the Kuritake granulate colors, and then with some glitter colors that I've ordered from Etsy shop, and with some gel pens or Prisma here. And here I have started to do some alcohol. I will work with her tail. So this is a whip. Le Monde Enchanté de Lumayo. Beautiful book. This makes all of the other books that I have a little bit like they are not in the prime team, because this is, I think that it has much better paper than the other ones. And here is the first picture that I did. I started out with some pan pastel, and then I did some with eraser, some circles, so they will look like bubbles. Then I've been working with the Artex pencils. I brought them with me when I was away, and I wanted to start using them. So that's what I did. Quite cute. It's my first mermaid, actually. So this is with the hashtag mermaid. And scavenger hunt May 25, because it's a shell. So yeah, happy for that. The Le Monde Enchanté. Then the fairy tales and folklore. The first page is done in this one, and this was a group color along with these princesses that I really enjoyed coloring. At least the flowers, and then we were up, and also the clothes, the wallpaper, where I put some silver acrylic so that the leaves would be much more downtoned. I thought it would be like an ancient wallpaper with some silver here. Then I was, going around with the pencils and the skin. And this time I used, sorry, I haven't talked about, well, I might have. I thought I haven't told you about the mediums that I've used, but I think I've done that. Where do we write about this? This was colors. I think I played around with the Brute Funers, my new ones, the round ones, the oil-based. And then I found them not that easy to use here, so I went on and I continued with the Prismacolors. I also got the Uhuhu glitter pens, so they are the ones that we have here. A little bit of a shading, a little bit of glitter, and two different girls with different eye colors. Yeah, it will be fine. It's not the best, but it's okay. So that was the fairy tale and folklores. That was the first page in that book. Then the dark fairy tales. Here I am also in a group, color buddies, and we have colored the Aladdin. We got the challenge to use this color palette, and I did. And here is how it turned out. It was fun. We have a lot of Prismacolors here, as well as some watercolors and some, and the watercolor are the Aladdin. I feel like I really should have them more in a chronological order, because I have written where I have room for them, and that's, so I go back and forth. That's not good. What did I do? I used I didn't remember. I based it with koi watercolor pens, especially the skin. So the skin was 205, and then I also went for koi here, koi number 3 for the gold, and then I added some shading with my Prismas. Yeah, that was it, and then it's Prisma for the rest. But I liked it. It was very fun coloring it. A lot of details, but I like the way how I use the colors and the page and all the details, as I said. And I really wanted to, I gave her some cheek blush, as I think that she would have made the makeup a little bit like in a hurry. Yeah. It's an awful, she doesn't look nice at all, but it was fun to do. And then I was inspired, so I went directly and I did the first page. And this time I used this color combination. And that was interesting to see how these colors, when you have a lot of shading, a lot of black, and a lot of different kind of frightening objects, how the colors nearly disappeared on the page. So here we have very summery, very light. I will do another, another page with these, but not in the dark fairy tales theme, and we'll look at the difference. But I think it was fun, and it was quite fun and exciting to color it. Very much. Like it very much. The dark fairy tales. I like the paper. I like the combination of the pens, and the pens were, of course, the Prismas. Here in the small Victories, we have, what do we have here? I think we have some gel pens challenges, pages where you just use your gel pens. Let's see where they are. The houses, for instance, that was a page. gel pen challenge something hashtag. And then so what happened here was that some of the gel pens, well, then we had to bleed through, so yeah, a bummer. And then I have, oh yeah, here I need to have something between these two pages, because here we have another gel pen. And this one has cracked, so yeah, I'm not that happy. We'll see how we will work this out, but I thought it was fun. I experimented a little bit with some watercolors, and here I went all over the page with different gel pens. But as you could hear, I really need something between these two pages. And here I tried the rainbow pencils that I bought. You know, one pencil with different colors, and when you color different shades, different color tones will come out. So here I don't do anything but coloring, and then it turns out in quite pretty sometimes. This I like. This I don't really like. Or maybe this. Yeah, so quite fun. And I'm thinking of doing something with this when I'm finished. And then we have the Nightfall. And the Nightfall, I have done a watercolor. I can't show it right now because I'm waiting for my friend Marcy to show hers, and I'll do a video about that later on. But this video, this picture, I was very inspired by the houses on the west coast where I grew up in the summers. They were often painted in blue, maybe not this dark blue, but some of them are, or even lighter blue. And then we had this bird up here, and that's actually one of the houses on the island that I'm thinking of. They are having a bird on their roof, and it's from the early 1300 century. So it really made me think about that. So that was the picture that I did here, and I'll show you the other one, the watercolor, when we are finished. Yeah, we have actually 3 watercolor pages in this one. I'll show that in another video. Prismacolors. Prismacolors all over the place. And that's the only thing I've used so far. I see that I haven't colored these, the pastels. The pastels, yeah. And I will do that with some. Yeah, I did. I went over with the white. I thought I wanted it just white. Yeah, I remember. And here I left these 2 friends here. I let them be white this time. Very fun. And then the boule de pois. And here I have been heavily inspired by Picture Purpose. Picture Purpose. She did this one, and I thought it was very cute, and I wanted to break this book and start it, so I thought I was going to do as she did. Didn't choose the colors, but I chose the way of thinking when it comes to the fluffy things here, the fluffy socks, and then the cat. But then here I went a little bit overboard, and I don't really think that this turned out so great, but it's okay. It's a happy place. I call it the cozy corner. I loved it. I loved doing this, and I will continue. The paper was perfect to color on. Did I say Prismacolors? Yes. No, sorry, Artex. Not Prismacolors, Artex, of course. Artex. Yeah. So here we got the Mein Spaziergang durch die Jahreszeiten, a wonderful book from Rita Berman, where we have the different seasons gathered. It's a compilation book from her different seasonal books, the spring, the summer, the autumn, and the winter. And this month I've been doing quite a lot of pages. This one I finished yesterday. It was a very fun page to do, where I decided that I wanted to go for these color combinations: the red, the orange, gray, blue, and light blue and blue, dark blue. And as I progressed, I realized that I needed to have the, I have to add green. So, and I didn't really use the dark blue. Instead, I was drawing these, coloring these birds with black. Anyway, what did we do here? I started up by coloring the roofs and this little wall and the sand, and I thought, okay, so now we're here in this terracotta orange theme, and I looked and I found this particular color combination that I thought was quite interesting to try to stay within, and so I did. So I started with the houses, and they were quite fun to color. I used the Prismacolors everywhere, and then I went on to do the sky, and as you can see, I've done a different 3 layers maybe, where I went with a lighter blue here where the swirls are. Yeah, I went for light blue windows. And then the green part here, I decided to, because I was quite tired in my hand and fingers, so I took my Stabilo 3-in-1, those chunky, short 3-in-1 pencils, the one that you can, that are watercolors actually. So I went for the light green, yellowish thing here, thinking this is up in the closer to the sun, and then I went for a little bit darker here. And then I left out this part so that I could have something that I could see. The flowers here and these flowers here went with the same orange as the tone here. And then we had this little one here and a flower here. And they were all in this, you know, accent color contrast. And then I went over to this side where all of the picnic theme a little bit talks to the other side of the page, as well as the sky and the sea. The sea talks to the green down here. So yeah, very, very nice. The things that I used were primarily Prismacolors, and then some gel pens, and the Stabilo 3-in-1. Then I finished this one, and this I've done a video where I rescued a sky that I really destroyed. I even destroyed the paper actually. So if you want to see how that went, you can watch my previous videos. This is here was my challenge to stay within the combination of lilac, purple, and brown, which I really like. But then I realized that I have to go for the sky in blue because I didn't want to, you know, be more, you know, creative within the color choices. But I found the color that I thought really worked well with these. So yeah, I think it went all well. This one I was debating with myself if I wanted to make it in the same color palette as these, but I decided that no, let's make this one a little bit more pinkish. And yeah, I like very much the stones on this page. So here we have the Artex and we have the Brutfuners, and here I had to go for the Prisma in the end because the Prisma are much softer. The paper couldn't take any harder pencils. And then I was playing here thinking that the only thing that we see here is this part of the fish, so that one is clear in the color, but the fishes, they have this blue water over them. I have to look because I'm taking a taxi, so I have to come back tomorrow again. And then we had this Mod Podge clear that will, do make the sea, the lake, shiny. So it was a fun, very fun spread to do. Okay, I go for the last one, and then I have to run. And here are the spring flowers. The sky is with the what's the name? The Graphitint from Derwent. I think it's Derwent. And nice contrast to these lovely flowers. Very tired in my hand, and I really didn't feel like, going for the details and the patterns. So I decided that I wanted to make more of a color theme and do it simple. And then I decided to go for gel pens here. So these are different, these ones, the Signo, Uniball Signo pens. And then there is some other ones. Yeah, this one, for instance. And this is a no name brand. This one is still here in Stockholm, but the other ones are where we're going next week. And this is a beautiful pen. It has a great flow, and it's the nib is great. I love it. Yeah, don't know what the name was. Something that I found on Amazon. Yeah, so that was the earth in the gel color theme. So that's everything I have colored in the Jahreszeit. But now I have to go and grab my taxi, and I'll come back tomorrow. So until then, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hi, I'm back. I've been away for 2 days, and now it's time to show the last pages that I made on this month, or until now, actually, because as I said, there are a week left of this month, and we'll see if I'm gonna finish some more. This hide and seek is from R.J. Hampson, and this has been I'm really looking forward to continue coloring in this one, because my aim is to be very good at using the alcohol markers. I do have those comfy small square color books, but I'm not sure if they appeal that much to me, but this does. So I decided to do a color along, a tutorial with Spare Room color. Spare Room. I love her channel. Let's see, I'll just have to look and see what's the name of her channel. Sorry. Spare Room Studio. She's doing a short break right now, and but if you don't follow her, do, because I think she's amazing when it comes to her coloring techniques. Spare Room Studios. So late Friday evening, my husband was sleeping, and I said, okay, let's do this together. So we colored the elephant in the room. I really tried to do as she did, trying out with the same colors roughly, but we seem to have, I have the 320 set, and I don't know what kind of sets she has. So of course the numbers of the Uhuhu alcohol markers are not the same as I have. So I had to, improvise, but this is how this turned out, using a lot of different alcohol markers in different layers, and then Prismacolors. and some gel pens and some gold metal pens. And yeah, there are of course room for improvements, but I really liked this. This was very playful. The challenge for me, what would that be? Yeah, of course, coloring large areas without getting too much of these separated color areas. And then, as all of us maybe, we seem to tend to draw to, some kind of color combinations. And this was fun because this was a combination. I'm not that much of a blue girl, but this I think looked really, really good. And I love how the blue texture looks like velvet. And what I learned a really good thing that I have taken with me every time I color now, is that you really, don't go all over the place with your colors. Think that you want the same color on different places here. So for instance, the red book, the red mouse, some red books there, and the little red sherry, as well as on the house, or the green. Oh yeah, we got this berry there also, or green, 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 and green. And I really liked to play with that. So if I sit now with a color, I'm thinking, okay, where can I put another, this color on another part of the page? That makes it a little bit easier. And then the shadowing, of course, of the curtain was fun to do. Then, as I was really, she just says the numbers, and sometimes I didn't really hear what letter it was. Of course, the Y and the Y, or the Y and the I. So I ended up sometimes taking the wrong kind of color, and it got a little bit too dark. Like for instance, the Prismacolor was the right number, but I imagine that her elephant was much had darker skin than mine did, so I got a little bit more of the contrasts, but I still love this very much. So then I went and did this one. And this one is, just a plain coloring part. Trying to use the what I've learned, for instance, the color choices. Let's use the colors on different places and don't go all over the place with all of the color charts. So yeah, haven't shadowed this yet, but I'm thinking, well, I am finished. I can do a lot more with this page, and maybe I will go back one day, but right now I am happy with that. So that was the Hide and Seek by R.J. Hampson, and I am very much looking forward to continue coloring in this one. Actually, very nice. And then we got the Romantic Country number 1, where I have already colored this page. I did this in the end of the last day of March, and as well as this one. I think I finished between March and April. So it's a long time ago, but this page I finished now in May, because these are the Easter eggs. And what I've done here is that I have taken one egg and one different brand. So here I have the Staedtler Carrot Aquarelle, the Derwent Graphitint, plus the Faber-Castell Black Edition, the Faber-Castell Polychromos, and the black edition was the skin colors. The Prismacolors, the Brutfuner Macarons, Black Widow Dragon Edition, the Brutfuner Fluorescent, the Derwent Chromaflow, the Tombow Dual Brush, plus water, so these were like watercolors. Faber-Castell Architekturer, Caran d'Ache Museum Aquarell, Castle Art Harmonious Collection, and Caran d'Ache Neo Color. Derwent Ink Tints, the Caran d'Ache Pablo, and the Brut Funer Metallic. And here I did a combination of the Stabilo Woody 3-in-1 and the Uhu Halawa oil pencils. And since then I've got the Artex, and I don't think, well, I didn't put any here. And today I got the Castle Arts, the 120 set, and I bought on eBay the Color 180 that I'm swatching right now. So, and I really would have liked, you know, to have them on this page too, but there aren't that many eggs. So we'll see. I might take another page in another book, because this is a perfect way of, you know, testing the page and see what pencil and what color, what type of medium works well with this one. So here we could see if I got any bleed through, or if the water damaged the page or anything. And I would say that nothing shows on the behind. Maybe here something. There's something here, so maybe a little bit here, yeah, but very lightly, so no probs. And then I did this one. This is the little girl sitting, and oh, okay, there is kind of interesting way of how this comes out on your camera. This looks greenish. This is yellowish here in the real world. It is evening, and I'll just see if I can make anything with the warmth of the lamp color. We'll see. Now I got it very cold. Now we get a warmer light. We'll see if that works better. Not sure how this turns out, guys, but here I have the Pan Pastel at the background, and then we are working with the Albrechter. Let's have a look. I just have to see, what did I do with this one? This I finished. I haven't written the date yet, but I started it. I know I started it when our granddaughter was supposed to arrive, and I finished it later on. Let's see here. Let's see if I get any clues. I have a feeling, I have a strong feeling that I have actually written down what I used. BBDBD. As I said, I'm gonna be much more, yeah. It was the Museum Aquarell, the Caran d'Ache Museum Aquarell, and the Albrechter. So I used both of them. And I have been coloring a little bit with the Albrechter without the water here. I can say that. Yeah, so that was that. And what else have I done? I have almost finished. This is also another page using the alcohol markers. I am pretty finished, but not really. So this is from the Country Kitchen Charm from Creative Heaven, the Teresa Goodrich. I have a couple of books from her. I really like her art. And this, I want to look up and see, okay, how can we work with the tiles? Because I know there are some systems, you know, by how you want to shade these, and I really would like to try that, as well as doing some more shading on the picture. But I'm quite finished with it, actually. It was fun to do, but I really would like to start up another new page. I had this as a, you know, to protect the page behind, but this paper was a little bit too thin, so I have kind of ruined this one. But I think I will make it work by go over with the alcohol markers, and I will then put this much heavier paper, so I will protect, because I really would like to do this one. One could also use the acrylic marker, of course, so that could be an alternative for the background, and then use the alcohol markers for the objects. But we'll see about that. So that's about it, guys. I've recorded this in 4 different parts, but I hope and I think that it will be okay. So this is all of the colored pages until the 21st of May. Actually, I colored a page, but I'll show you in the other video. I colored a page last evening at the hotel. But I'll see you soon. Take care until then, and have a nice day. If you liked what you've seen, please give me a thumbs up. If you would like to stay in touch, please subscribe. And if you have any questions or want to make a comment or give me a piece of advice or ask me for a body coloring or something, please come and join me, and we'll figure something out, and I will happily answer your questions. Take care. Bye.